Hey everyone, I'm Morgan with Trxstle, and today we're going to be looking at the T-slot mounts. I'll walk you through the different features of the product, as well as how to install it and use it with your CRC system fly rod carrier. To start, let's take a look at the different features of the T-slot mounts. When you get your T-slot mounts, you'll see that they come with locking knobs as standard. They include this large T-nut, which fits in the track on the bottom of your CRC system. They're made from two pieces of solid aluminum. They bolt together using these two bolts. And these different hole positions here allow you to adjust the distance that the knob sits from your crossbar. All the T-slot mounts come stock with 8mm hardware, and they include T-nuts that fit the majority of T-slot tracks out on the market today. We also have hardware available for T-slot tracks that are smaller, for racks that have 6mm hardware, and we can work with you to fit these to different manufacturers' stock hardware that they include with their racks. To install these, you'll need a set of crossbars that have T-slots, or a roof rack platform that has T-slots that run left to right across the top of your vehicle. To access these T-slots, I remove the end caps, and that gives me access to the end of my crossbar. Your crossbars may be different. If you have questions or you need more information on how to access your T-slots on your rack, go ahead and give your rack manufacturer a call. To install our T-slot mounts, we're first going to loosen the bolts here using a 5mm Allen key, so that my T-nuts have enough clearance to slide into the track on the top of my vehicle. Once you have both of these loosened, you can go ahead and slide them in place and tighten them down. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll slide my first T-slot mount into place. I have my other T-slot mount here. Go ahead and slide that into place. And once you have them up here and they're loose, what you'll want to do is align them with each other front to back so that when you mount your CRC system on your roof, it'll be pointed straight and be lined up with the rest of your car. Let's go ahead and tighten these down. When you're mounting these on your roof rack, be sure to tighten these bolts down nice and snug so everything's secure. Now that we've got both of our mounts installed, we're ready to set up our CRC system and install it on the vehicle. This is our black 10'4" CRC system. I'm going to extend it out to full length. You can see all four sections here. You see on the bottom we've got the 4 different mounting slots. I'm going to be mounting this one on the first two on the 2 largest tubes, so I'll be sliding my T-slot mount into these tracks here on the bottom. Let's go ahead and do that. So first, you want to carefully lift your system up and set it on the roof next to your T-slot mounts. Make sure it's balanced. I'm going to climb up on my vehicle here, and I'll go ahead and I'll position this on its side so that I can see where my T-slot entrances are and how those line up with my mounts. I'm also going to make sure that these knobs are loosened up enough so that I can easily insert the T-nut into the T-slot track. Now, with both of my mounts installed and loosened, I'm ready to install my CRC system. So let's go ahead and get this lined up. I want to make sure that the opening here is lining up with the T-nut on each of the mounts. So to do that, I'll go ahead and lay this down. I'm going to slide this forward until I see that opening kind of line up with my T-nut. And then once I'm there, I'll go ahead and slide that T-nut into the track on the bottom of the carrier. As I slide that back, I'm going to look at my other mount. And once that reaches the right position, I'll go ahead and make sure that that T-nut drops into the pocket of the rear mount, and slide that back. From here, you would want to check your tailgate clearance to make sure that this could open and close. I'm actually going to slide my carrier forward a little bit to give me a little more clearance. You'll want to make sure that the mount sits entirely over the T-slot track on the bottom of the CRC system. You also want to make sure that no part of the mount's T-nut is resting in the area where it's inserted, that larger opening. Once you're satisfied with the position, go ahead and tighten the knobs down. Tighten both knobs down until they're secure. And then once that's secure, I can lock these mounts using the included keys. Simply inserting the key into the lock, turning it 180 degrees. And now you see that knob is free spinning and I can no longer remove this mount without the key. And with that, your CRC system is installed and ready to be used.